guys, it's Mommy Tang. What's up, Tang Gang? Thank you. Yes, you. Who? Me? You? Yes, you. Yes, thank you. For what? Do I have to have a reason to say thank you? I just wanted to say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you, you know? Guys, so last video, I did a reaction video, right? Oh my gosh, just make the long story short. I know what I was doing. So I uploaded it and then I had to erase it and then uploading it. It was like, I swear, it was like 10-hour thing. I was about to like delete the video, but it was so worth it for me to share. So I did that. That's one. Guys, I have amazing news for you guys. Now, I don't know how you guys know me, how you guys found me. I really don't know. But, you know, some people like me for story time, I guess. And, you know, I don't know. Like you guys say, oh, I like you for just your personality. What else do I get? I get like, oh, I love your recipe. But anyways, right? So I started this channel because I was vegan, right? Well, I am vegan still, but I guess striving to be a better vegan, you know, because there's so much thing about how you plant-based, are you vegan, you know, all that stuff. But anyways, so I post mainly vegan, no, not mainly, like a strictly post vegan recipe here, right? Now, I feel like I'm not really known in the vegan community. Yeah. For some reason, when I go out to the mall or like out somewhere, people that recognize me, like I asked them like, are you vegan? And they're like, no. I'm like, okay. I was like, oh my gosh, what are you saying, right? Are you vegan? They're like, no. And I'm like, oh my gosh, who's watching me? Not that like there's nothing against not being vegan, you know what I'm saying? But I just wanted to know who you are. Especially when I go to vegan festivals, right? Like nobody knows who I am. Like I walk into vegan festival thinking like, oh my gosh, you know, like maybe I'll meet somebody that knows me and like, you know, we could talk and stuff. And like I walk and they're like, they don't know who I am at all. Not that like they should know me, but you know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm saying. But anyways, so I feel like in the vegan community, I wasn't like, you know, even though I feel like I share a lot of, you know, recipe for the vegan movement. Don't you think? I don't know. Maybe not. But anyways, so there are really well-known, famous vegans out there, right? I'm not one of them. But anyways, guys, the reason I'm like going off because I want to tell you. Okay, I went to the beach and like my skin is all peeling off. It's kind of nasty, but anyways, okay. So just wanted to tell you something. Okay. Oh my gosh, what is this? Okay. Are you ready? Are you ready? Oh wait, let me go back. Let me go back to see who's on the platform, y'all. I'm sure you guys know these doctors. They're like famous. They're like, they wrote books and they have TV shows and they're like really like smart people, right? Goodness, guys, look, watch this, okay? It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Oh my goodness. That's right. That's right. I finally made it, guys. I was so excited when I got invited. As a, I don't want to say speaker, I guess, but like maybe not a chef either. I don't know what I am here, but like just I am here. So I'll be sharing few of my recipes. Now, I'm going to link all this, you know, so please go check it out, okay? So basically, I'll tell you what this is, okay? But there are a lot more, you know, celebrities and vegan celebrities, I guess. So basically, there is a cruise line. You know how like people go on cruise, right? I've been to cruise a couple times. There's actually a cruise line that's specifically made for vegans. What does it mean? They serve everything vegan food and they have like speakers and they have shows and everything that's got to do with veganism, right? And you learn so much about veganism and all that stuff, right? And basically this is not like, you know, like junk food vegans. It's for like people that want to be clean and, you know, people that want to get to know like how, you know, how your body works through this thing. So I read some of these doctors' book, right? But they are going to be in these cruise. Now, because of the coronavirus and this and this and that, the cruise is not going nowhere, right? So they've decided, the Holistic Holiday at Home decided to do a virtual holiday kind of like platform where you guys could join and learn from these people, right? These wonderful people that I've mentioned. So, yeah, isn't that exciting? And I am part of them. You guys are crazy. And it's funded by, I believe, Forks Over Knives. You guys know that, right? Forks Over Knives. They're very, very famous vegan things that everybody knows, I'm sure, if you're vegan, right? But anyways, it's a digital event. It's like a Zoom kind of thing, but it's not. The main event is free. But if you like upgrade your event, there's a lot more stuff that you could get into it. Like it's like a whole year thing. And you guys have to look into it. So I'm going to put a link to it and please check it out. And I will be sharing also there some of my recipe, I guess. Yes, that will fit, because we want to be all healthy, right? So Mommy Tang got the healthy recipe going on over there. So anyways, that's my, excitement news. I hope I said it all right. I don't know. Sometimes I say things and I can't explain things really well. So I sound really dumb. But anyways, you guys get the point, right? Just, there's a link, okay? Go on the link and just do your thing, okay? Now, today is a recipe that you've been all waiting for. Cucumber kimchi that you've been all waiting for. Mommy Tang, I need that cucumber kimchi recipe. Today, I have it for you. Guys, this is like my 5th batch this summer. Okay, cucumber kimchi is like a must for summer, right? Spring, summer, when the pickles come out, the cucumbers come out, whatever. But guys, just wait till this recipe, okay? You guys are excited? I'm excited too. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Now, people cut it different ways, eat it different ways, but this is how I do it, Alright. You guys want to try this, right? I'm sorry to tell you, but they don't make this vegan. It's crazy. I don't know why they don't make it vegan. It tastes so amazing vegan. But today, I'll be showing you how to make this vegan, okay? Now, some of you might be like, Mommy Tang, it's too complicated. It sounds so complicated, I don't want to do it. But once you know how to make it, I'm telling you, it's not complicated. You're going to love it, okay? Let's get started with the recipe. I got some fancy light going out the back and everything. I forgot to turn it on. Anyway, I am going to explain to you about the cucumbers, because this is very important. You guys asked for it, so here it is, okay? Cucumber. This is Korean cucumber that most people make this kimchi with, okay? But can you find this in US? Sometimes, sometimes not. In Asia, sometimes not. It depends where you are. This is a Kirby cucumber, right? This is the cucumber that you make the pickle with, the pickles that you eat like with your deli pickle, whatever. So if you can't find these, use these, okay? Let me show you the difference. The reason we use these, not the other cucumbers that it's out there like this and this and this and this and that. The reason, because the seeds inside are too big. So these seeds are smaller and they're more dense. So the cucumber is like not more juicier. It's more, I can't explain things. Just use it, okay? These are pickles. Pickle cucumbers. Pickles. So this is what you need to use, okay? So first, when you come home, you're going to wash them. Step 1, okay? Let me show you how you wash them. If you guys only knew what I have to go through to show you guys this is crazy. Now, before you do the kimchi, right? I think it's very important that you go out and get this salt, okay? This is specifically made for kimchi, okay? It's basically sea salt, right? But it's very, very coarse sea salt. Now, you don't have to get this brand. If you have Korean market near you, either Ashi or, you know, H Mart or whatever, they all have kimchi salt, okay? 99.999% of the time they would have that anywhere, even online, okay? The difference between this and the regular salt is that they're very, very coarse. See this? Right? So when you get home, right, you want to kind of rub the cucumber like so. Why are you doing that, Mommy Tang? You're getting the germs and everything else. You know, people touch these and stuff like that. And sometimes there's wax on it and stuff like that. So you want to kind of like clean them off. Now, if you don't want to use salt, you could also use like sponge, like, you know, kind of like spongy ones like this. And then you kind of like, you know, clean it off. You know? You could spray the, you know, vegetable things and stuff like that. And you just want to get them cleaned, okay? Especially now that there's coronavirus and everything, you want to get them really clean, okay? So that's the first thing that you want to do. Use salt or whatever, okay? Now, also, another tip. I purposely got this fat one for you. When you pickle them, see the difference, right? It's better to use a small one than the big one. Because you think it's gonna be bigger, but it's gonna get really mushy. So you wanna get the small one, okay? Or the medium ones, like that, okay? Not the big plumpy ones, okay? So that's what you wanna do. Okay, so, and then you would do this, and then you will clean them off running water? Run water? Oh my gosh, wait, where's my brain? Running water. Is that how you say it? Yeah, so you want to rinse them off, right? Obviously, you don't want to have all this salt around you. You want to rinse them off, okay? The next step is very important, okay? Let's go. Okay, here is the very important instruction. If you do this well, your kimchi will be good. If you don't do this well, it might come out really weird, okay? So you're going to boil water, but you're going to boil salt water, okay? Let's say you have this much cucumber, right? At the end of the day, you're going to pour this water into the cucumber. It has to soak all the way through. So measure the water, how much water is going to go in. It depends on how many cucumbers you have, obviously, right? So make sure you have enough water. Now the salt portion, right? Because you have to pickle it now. Now, if you pickle it thinking like, oh, I don't like sodium that much, I'm not going to put that much salt. If you do that, you're going to ruin the kimchi. If you say, well, I like mine really salty and put a lot of salt, you're going to ruin it too. So it has to be like the bliss point, right? So this is what you're gonna do. Okay, whatever the salt that you're going to put in, you're going to put 10 times the water. 1 salt to 10 times water. 1 salt to 10 times water. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You get the idea? So let's say you're doing like double amount this cucumber. You're going to use 2 cups, 20 cups of water. Get it? Okay, you're going to boil this now like crazy. You don't have to mix it. It'll melt. Just mix, okay? Guys, the reason I put this off for so long is because there's so much to do. Especially I don't have a sink here and a stove and everything. I'm sitting, like who makes kimchi like sitting down? My mom. Okay, so you're going to boil this till it gets really, really bubbly, right? This is what makes kimchi, the salting part of it, right? The pickling part of it, I guess. Now, I'm going to show you how to upgrade the taste of the kimchi. I'm also going to teach you how to texturize the kimchi. Oh. It's a failure. Okay, so while that is boiling, we're going to get ready for the cucumber to like break apart in your mouth, because obviously if you just pickle it like that, I guess you could, but you know, we need to stuff it. So you're going to cut off the little ends of it, right? And what you're going to do is you're going to crisscross the cucumber like so, just up to here, okay? And then you're going to flip the cucumber and do it this way and do it exactly again. So you're making crisscross, right? So it's kind of holding. If you cut it all the way, it's not going to work. Let me just show it to you again. Cut the stem off, okay? And then you're going to cut it all the way through like so. Okay, 4 squares. And if you have big ones like this, okay, what you're gonna do is just kind of like, you can either cut it like this and make it long, or you could cut it like into whatever you like. Let's just do it like this for now, for me, okay? So you're just gonna do this, right? Okay, so we're done. Okay, see how the water is boiling like crazy now? Look at this, guys. It's boiling, right? You're going to turn the heat off now. You're not going to pour the water into the cucumber right away. You're going to wait about, I don't know, 4 or 5 minutes till it's not boiling anymore and it kind of cooled down a little bit. Only because if you pour the water right now, it's going to cook the cucumber. You don't want to cook the cucumber, okay? You just want to kind of like not kill the cucumber, but faint the cucumber. Just make them faint. You know, you're shocking them with hot water. That's it, okay? So let's wait a little bit. A lot of people don't do this. Even the Koreans don't really do this. They just, you know, when it's ready, they just kind of pour it on top of like whatever. I don't do that only because these are dried peppers, right? They're kind of like dehydrated, you know? So when you put dehydrated stuff with salt, sodium stuff, it doesn't expand properly and it's gonna be like really hard to digest, you know? So what you're gonna do is you're gonna put the pepper according to whatever, how much you need, you know? And you're going to put water on it, like so, okay? Just a little bit to make it into kind of like a paste, right? Like so. See, now it's all pasty. You're going to set this apart till, I don't know, till when you're ready to use, only because after they kind of plump up and they kind of lose their dryness and everything, it's going to be so much easier for you to digest this kimchi later, okay? So make it like so. Put it away. See how like the water is a little bit cooled off now? So what you're going to do is you're going to put the cucumbers into a bowl, right? And you're going to pour this hot salted water over the cucumber like so. See that? Yeah. Is that gonna cook the cucumber? No. Like I said, if you wait a little bit, it's not gonna cook it. If you do it right away, yes, it will cook. So you wanna do that and you wanna let it sit for about an hour. Yes, an hour. Yeah, so do this like when you are like free all day and you know you're not going to go anywhere and kind of do this. And meanwhile, you have to prep other stuff. The stuffing, right? Let's get that going. It's a disaster party up here, but it's okay because I do it for you guys. Okay, if you want to go gluten-free, you don't have to use this, but this is the thickener because the cucumber is a lot of water, the vegetable is a lot of water. So you're using this, you have to make this, like it's like roux, is that what you call it? Roux, you know? I guess that's what's called, I don't know. This is all-purpose flour, okay? All-purpose, I put it here. It's just a little bit of all-purpose flour. Okay, very, very little. See, I'm using very little, not a lot, okay? Just little, okay? And a little bit of water. Okay? And you're going to stir this up on a fire. Okay, so this is how it looks like right now. Oh gosh, can you see? God, I have to move the video or something. So make sure you stay nearby and you stir the thing till it gets very thick, right? And it gets cooked. You don't want to use this raw, you want to use this cooked, okay? So that's what you're gonna do. It's hot in here. Once it starts boiling like that, it's done, okay? Because you don't want to burn it, okay? Set that aside, let it cool, okay? Now, a lot of kimchi in Korea, they put fish sauce, shrimp sauce, and all this like, yeah, basically that's it. And sometimes they put like oyster and like stuff like that because they want to create that umami thing, you know, in the kimchi, all right? So obviously we're doing vegan, so how are you gonna get the umami? Let's work on the umami part for this. Now, if you don't want to go through this step, you don't have to. You could just use regular water, but you're not gonna have like the deep flavor umami here, okay? So, another pot, water. Do you remember the kombu that we always use for everything for the soup stock? Yes. Now, you could use vegetable stock of any choice, but I just recommend just using kombu because I think it gives like the clean kimchi flavor, you know? So, I'm just gonna put a little bit of it here, like so. And you're just going to boil it. So basically, I'm doing this all for you, you know, one after the other. But if you're at home, you want to get this going all at the same time, okay? So especially this, you know, this roux thingy, is it called roux? This, you know, this thingy, right? And then you could do this at the same time. Save time, right? So you're going to boil this and let the juice come off this kombu to make that little umami flavor, okay? That's what you're gonna do. Let it boil on the side, okay? Okay, guys, let me show you. I made this about an hour ago. Do you remember the cucumber? This right here? This right here, do you remember? Okay. I don't have an hour to sit around here, so I made this before. So the water is cooled down, but it's a little warm, but not cold. It's cooled down. And now if you look at it, if you look at the cucumber, right, they actually do splits without, you know, they do it like this, right? They go like, you know, they're very relaxed now. And if you try the cucumber, you notice they're very salty, right? So what you're going to do now is you're going to take it over the sink in the running water. You're going to rinse them about 1 or 2 times, you know, and get them kind of cooled off. On top of that, you're going to wash the salt off. So let me do that and then come back because obviously I can't do it here. I don't have water here. So I'll be back, okay? Okay, so you just rinsed off your cucumber, right? So what you're going to do is, see this cut side, the cut? You're going to put it down like so, not like so, right? Because you want the water to drain off the cucumber. So when you make the kimchi, they stay nice and crispy for a long time, okay? Because if they get, like, you don't want a mushy one. Sometimes you make this and it's mushy and it doesn't feel good. You're like, what is this, you know? You want your cucumber to be like crispy, right? And like, yeah, refreshing. So you're going to do that. Yeah, it seems like it's a lot of work, but it's not. It's kind of fun. And also when you make it and your friends love it, your family love it, it's good. And also you get to just kind of be creative and kind of learn and, you know, and stuff like that. Okay, so see that? Okay, and you're going to let it drain. See, it's kind of draining. All the water is kind of draining, like, see, right? You're gonna drain the cucumber. Now let's make the stuffing. Can't believe I'm making kimchi and mukbang. This is crazy. Ugh. Hot. Okay. The main stuffing for this cucumber kimchi is basically chives, okay? And carrots. If you don't have carrots, you don't have to use carrot. If you have chives, then use, I guess, what can you use? Well, I guess if you don't have chives, then you could use, not scallion, just maybe carrots and maybe daikon. I don't know, but chive, you call it tastes good when you use chives, okay? Now, there are 2 types of chives, okay, guys? One is Korean chives, which is here, so, okay? Then there's Chinese chives. Yes, they look different. Chinese and Korean, they're a very different thing, okay? So, what's the difference? Well, if you look at them, right, the chives are like the scallion family, okay, but they're not scallion. They're a little bit more like, I don't know, garlicky, I guess, or something like that. Now, when you look like this, can't really tell the difference, but when you look closely, you could tell. The Chinese chives, right, are thicker, okay, and they're more like stronger, coarse, whatever. And the Korean chives are a little bit more softer, like almost like grass, you know, like thin grass, you know. See the difference? I'm going to hold them next to each other, okay? So you could tell. Okay, Chinese, the Korean, Chinese, Korean. So if you can find the Korean one, which the Korean one would taste probably the best because this is a Korean recipe, but a lot of the stores don't carry Korean chives. So if you only have the Chinese chive, it's fine. Except this is made with Chinese chive only because I want to show you guys. But usually I make it with Korean chives, okay? So if you cut the Korean chive, you could cut them pretty long. Like, you know, like I'll show you, okay? You could cut them long only because they will be very flimsy and they will kind of blend to the kimchi really well. If you use a Chinese one, because they're a lot more coarse, you know, they're more hard, so you have to cut them smaller, okay? Let me show you what I mean. Korean chives, okay? Watch. See that? Korean chives, okay? Could be a little long. When you use the Chinese chives, okay, let me show you. Do you see the difference? Korean one versus the Chinese one? Okay, it's not really important, but I mean, if you cut the Chinese one this big, it's not going to blend really well. Okay, so Korean ones, use it like this. The Chinese one, cut it like that. Get it? Okay, let's move on to the recipe, okay? I'm using the Korean chives because I'm going to make this and give it to my mom later, okay? So, cut them like so. Okay. Guys, my mom is like literally like 80% vegan, I should say, okay? Yeah. I made her into 80% vegan. She loves vegan food now, and that's what she eats, okay? She's like, make me some vegan kimchi. I was like, okay. So you're going to put them like so in a wide pot or some sort of, I don't know what you call it, like a dish that's wide enough. You know how this is wide, right? Yeah, okay. What do you call that? I actually wanted a cooking show of my own, like now. Ever since I did this cooking thing, I'm like, I don't know if I want a cooking show because I can't explain things really well, okay? Gosh, okay, let me do this. Now, some people don't use carrots, but I do because I think it looks better. The color-wise, it looks better, and why not? You know, you use carrots and, you know, cucumber and salad don't use, so might as well do it here too. You're going to cut the carrots like so. And you're going to thinly julienne cut, or what do you call that, you know? When you cut them very, very thinly, like so. And don't make them so long, you know? Maybe it's the same size as chives or a little bit shorter. And put them into the bowl or pot or whatever, the salad bowl, I guess. Yeah, see that? See, this is the stuffing for the cucumber kimchi, okay? I mean, obviously you can't stuff this like this. You gotta make it a little bit juicy, you know, like a little bit juicier, right? So let's make the juice, okay? Okay, guys, you need Vitamix, you need mixer, you need whatever. You need something to make this smooth. Now, you could do this all by hand, but why, okay? Remember, instead of the fish sauce, so this is the secret ingredient, guys, that can make your kimchi taste so amazing without the fish sauce, okay? In goes the garlic. Yes, an apple. Apple in your kimchi? Oh, that one wasn't good. Yes, apple in your kimchi, okay? I think the fruit kind of like makes it, I don't know. Like, it's like, you know how fish sauce kind of makes the kimchi kind of like, how the probiotic faster? I don't know what I'm saying. Just put apple in there, okay? Just put it in there. I tried this recipe many, many times with different stuff. It just tastes good, okay? Just don't ask me why. Just put it in there. Gosh, ask me 20 questions. Okay, without the skin. Now a little bit of ginger, right? You know how to skim the ginger off? Kind of like very little, okay? You don't want to power the thing with the ginger. Very, very, very little. Sometimes I don't even put ginger because I don't know. I don't, but sometimes you do. But you know, you could put a little bit in there. Just get a little bit of ginger. Okay, very, very important. Onion in there. A little bit of onion. And daikon, if you don't have daikon, you don't have to use it. But like I said, anything that I tell you here, if you don't use, it's gonna, you know, not gonna be flavorful, okay? You're doing all this so it could be very tasty, okay? So a little bit of daikon. Radish. And cayenne pear. Like I said, if you don't have cayenne pear, you don't have to use it. Don't use like, I guess you could use American pear too, but I don't know. Now, cayenne pear, if you don't know the cayenne pear, they actually come in these kind of like cases with this thing wrapped around it so they don't bruise, you know? You'll see it. You'll say like Korean pears, right? You'll see them in Korean market. If you don't find them, just use regular pear, I guess. I don't know, but Korean pear makes it, you know, the kimchi sweeter and kind of like tastier and stuff like that. If you don't have pear, just use apple. Just use a lot more apple, okay? And last but not least, some red peppers, okay? If you don't have red peppers, use bell peppers, you know? That's it, okay? Now, we need the liquid to grind this up, remember? So, what we're gonna use, do you remember this? You boiled this? Do you remember? The kombu. Do you remember we did the kombu? You don't wanna use the kombu in there. You just wanna use the juice, okay? You don't put a warm or hot, you know, broth in there. You have to make sure that you use cooled broth in there. So, I made this earlier and cooled it, you know? See how it's a lot clearer. It's like yellow, but it'll give the umami flavor to this, guys. So you're gonna put a little bit of liquid in there and you're going to blend this, okay? Bring in your stuffing, the paste that we made. You're going to add the paste in here, right on, so like that, okay? Like so. Don't mix it like crazy, just mix it a little bit. And then you're going to add this into like so. Not all of it. You want to leave, see how I left a little bit behind? So kind of like, you know, see what you're doing and you kind of mix it, okay? Now, at this point, you don't want to use, you know, utensil. You want to use your hands. So probably want to get gloves because, you know, it's going to be spicy. Now, because the Koreans cook a lot with their hands, when you go to Korean market, they'll sell stuff like this, okay? It's very cheap. It's like, for 100, it's like $1 or something like that, okay? So you just put it on your hand, and then you're going to, like, kind of mix it around, okay? Like so. Now, be generous with the pepper, you know, don't be stingy with it, okay? Be generous with everything you do. Put a little bit of it more in there. Just because I can. Now, remember, we didn't salt, season anything, remember? It's just a whole bunch of vegetables and garlic and onion and all that stuff. Let's season this, okay? We're going to use a little bit of soy sauce. Splash right on my nose. Ooh. Okay, with soy sauce. And if you have a little bit of mushroom seasoning, you're going to use that, but don't put the mushroom seasoning right away, but liquefy them first, okay? And I'm gonna put a little bit of yeondu. If you guys don't know what yeondu is, look it up. I use yeondu on a lot of the cooking. And this is very good because it brings the umami of the kimchi, okay? You don't want to like kind of like squeeze. You want to be very gentle, okay? Very, very, very gentle, okay? That's like very important. And a little bit of salt. You could use that salt, the coarse salt, or you could use regular salt. So when you try the kimchi right here, when you try it, it has to be a little bit salty. Okay, if it's not salty and it's very bland, then your kimchi is not going to taste good. It has to be salty a little bit, okay? It's almost done, guys. Almost done. Okay, now we're going to stuff the cucumbers. Do you remember the cucumbers? You're going to put them in here, okay? And you're going to stuff them like so. And then you're just going to kind of like do this and get, you know, the pepper. And then you're going to put it in a jar. Just throw them in the jar. Stuff. Roll a little bit. Jar. And you repeat it till you're done. Oh, guys. You could even eat this right away. Some people eat it right away and they think this tastes good. I like it a little bit like day old or 2 days old or something like that, but right? Like so. Oh, I'm sweating, guys. I'm sweating. Sweating. Now, when you place the cucumber in the bottle, you want to press it down a little bit, like so, so you don't have that much gap between the cucumbers, okay? Okay, so now it's stuffed all the way to the top. How you see it? It's stuffed all the way to the top. Now, see how there's like all this space, right? If you leave it like this, it's gonna get bad. So we have to juice it. We have to pickle, make the pickle juice. Let's make the pickle juice. Okay, see this? How you used it, everything, and then there's a little bit left, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna pour a little bit of juice in here. Okay. Mix it around. Do you remember the little thing that we made? Right? Now you could put this before, you know, with the chives. It's up to you. Some people don't even use this, you know? So you put a little bit of that. You mix it in. Okay? Soy sauce. Do you remember the kombu water? A little bit of kombu water. Okay. Mix it around. And some salt. Okay. And when you taste this juice or broth, it has to be salty. Not like super salty, but salty enough. Like a little bit saltier than the seawater. Okay? And if you want a little bit of more umami, you could put a little bit of, you know, mushroom powder, yondu, whatever you like in there. A little bit of yondu. And you're going to pour this into the cucumber kimchi, like so. To fill in the gap. Do you remember the gap of all the cucumber? That's it, you guys. We're done. Oh my gosh, mess. Here is your cucumber kimchi that you've been all waiting for. There's nothing to it, guys. Now, if you want it more red, you could put more of the red pepper to make it more red, you know, more spicy, more flavorful. If you like it a little bit more, you know, on a juicier side, not so red, then you make it like this, you know? That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. If this doesn't come out the way I want, I'm serious. I'm going to break my computer or something. I hope I don't have to do that. But anyways, guys, have a nice day. I'll see you later, okay?